My spiritual teacher Osho said, you have to grow yourself up about love. You have to grow yourself up. It's not really all that scary to meet someone. Yes, it's scary, but if we grow ourselves up and we're in our full adulthood, it's just meeting someone. We have to grow ourselves up and look for someone who actually is available and wants to be with us and is a good catch. We have to grow ourselves up and understand that we really want to be best friends with this person and we want to be best sexual friends with this person. We really don't want someone that is difficult to talk to, we're getting in fights with all the time, big drama. So we're going to have other whole classes on this idea of growing yourself up. I just wanted to plant that seed for you right now, that part of that is accepting that this romantic myth is in our way and we want to step into our power in the same way that we are in the other parts of our life. All right, Cupid's arrow actually pierces the heart. Is your heart still broken? So some of us, we may be dating, we may not be finding, because actually we haven't gotten over somebody. And I believe, I know people go immediately into the next relationship, and some people that works for, but I think that if you're single and having trouble finding someone, it's worth processing that unfinished business. Personally, I had to finish all that unfinished business to be able to find somebody. I could date. I could find guys to have little flings with or whatever. But to actually find someone perfect for me, who also had done his own work so that we weren't carrying that baggage into the relationship, I had to do my part. I had to finish where I was still in love with people, where maybe I wasn't still in love, but there was still some pain there was still some unfinished business. So therapy is good for that. There's other processes that are good for that. But I really feel if you're really wanting to point your arrow and really find someone and meet your New Year's resolution, and this is going to be the year, I'm going to finish up that unfinished business. It's not going to just happen for most of us. For most of us, it doesn't just happen. We have to examine what was going on there, what we're telling ourselves about it, what things that we are telling ourselves about it that might not be true, and allow our heart to heal. Because if you go out with a broken heart, you're going to attract someone else who's broken. And if you heal yourself, your frequency is going to attract someone else whose frequency is not broken. Now everyone's going to be a human being, but it's not going to be those big gaping wounds that make people hurt each other. It's hurt people hurt people. So I do my part to heal myself so that I'm not hurting people and so that I can attract someone else who doesn't hurt people. Is the fact that this can have the healing power of heartbreak. Once we work it through, what I found is that each heartbreak that's healed leaves you a more compassionate, loving person. Does anybody else have that experience? So heartbreak is hell, but if you do the work to heal it, you blossom as a more loving person.
So what am I reading there?
I just put the healing power, realize the healing power of heartbreak. So each of those little dates that didn't want to go out with me again, or the ones I didn't want to go out with again, that little sting teaches you something. You get kinder and nicer. Those big major heartbreaks that leave you crying on the floor, you heal those, you're much more compassionate to your fellow human beings. Dating becomes more than about love instead of just fantasy figures. Then you go into a bar or a meetup or a club or wherever you're meeting, and your eye is looking for who's a kind person instead of just who's the hottest. You might notice who's hottest, but your radar starts changing. Who's kind? Who's going to be nice to me? Who's going to hold my heart in their hand? One thing I was telling a client the other day is if you don't want your heart to get ever broken again, you have to choose someone who would never break your heart. And And that's a different way of looking than what we're taught, which is I just want the hottest, most exciting person. So if you're willing to do the work of healing your heart, it looks to me like the world needs some heart healing. Anybody see that also? So where does that start? It starts with ourselves. So we do the work to heal our hearts, become more compassionate people, we attract more compassionate people. We attract lovers who are loving and compassionate.